What's up, guys? It's Dynamite, and you Wednesday that means, or something like that. But I am here, and I decided to do a watch-along of Dynamite tonight just 2 hours ago. Didn't even think I would be here tonight. But turns out I have the night off after all, and the night free, so I thought I would hang out with you guys and watch the Go Home Revolution Dynamite, which looks pretty good. We got a ladder match. We got a battle royal. We got Tony Storm and Riho. We're going to hear from MJF and Bryan Danielson. We got Jericho and Peter Avalon, Big Bill and Orange Cassidy, and Hook defending that FTW title against Matthew Hardy. So that's what we're going to watch here tonight on what will be the final live stream on this computer that I am streaming from right now. So we are here. I thought I was going to be spending the entire day dialing in my new Mega Machine, my new computer, big computer that I had built, was set to be delivered today, but FedEx does not have any updates for me today, other than it was going to be delivered today. So it's either going to come late tonight or it's going to come tomorrow. And my plan was just to spend all day kind of dialing that in. But since I don't have it, I'll just come up here and watch Dynamite with y'all instead, work on that tomorrow, and we'll be streaming on that thing on Saturday for the Winged Eagle. So that is the plan. As Big Bang Theory is wrapping up, we got another minute left of this, and it will be time for Dynamite. Hope everybody is having a great Wednesday night and afternoon. Good to see Destiny, Nathan, Andy Linnell, Ben is in the house, and we got some channel members. Zach, the Juliet, Chaz is here. That's awesome. Good to see Rodrigo. I'll check on the Instagram, Rodrigo. I'm not sure. Anything, if it's newsworthy, then I'm going to see it and talk about it anyway. But if it's something specific, I will have to check on my Instagrams for you and see what that was all about. But I suck at responding to DMs, as most of you know. Isn't that always how it is with deliveries? I had 2 FedEx deliveries, actually, so I have a feeling it's going to come tomorrow because I had a big FedEx delivery that was due here yesterday that didn't come until today. And then the FedEx delivery that was due today isn't here yet. It's probably going to come tomorrow, so everything's a day late. Plus, we got gnarly weather in California right now. It's like winter, stormy, it's rainy, it's windy, it's cold. Very rare stuff for us, but precipitation that we sorely need. So I'm not going to be complaining about any of the rain here in Southern California, or anywhere in the West for that matter. I'm going to refresh my streaming app because I'm still watching Sheldon, and it's time to be watching Jericho or something. Can you guys hear me? Yeah, we good. All right, we good. Let me get back to TBS over here and get AEW pulled up. Right on. With my streaming app, I always feel like I'm a minute behind you guys. But they're going through the Dynamite intro right now for me. So I'm as refreshed and I'm as current as I'm going to get with my stuff. So, all right. They are in San Fran, I believe, tonight, right? We're going to get an early match. This has got to either be the ladder match or the battle royal. Nope. Oh, okay, it's going to be Cassidy and Big Bill. This one will be interesting. They're not going to belt up Big Bill, are they? We'll see. Yo, Byron Cutler, good to see you. Good to see Janine as well. And here comes OC. Let me turn down Jane so we don't get picked up. Got a couple of reactions over on Bald Guy Wrestling. Think I finally found the trick to getting these reactions up if I distort the footage a certain way. So I got my Hogan and Andre match up there now, and Royal Rumble 1991 is up there as well. And then perfectly clean, unedited versions of those are available over on Patreon for $1 a month if you want to join. But expect seeing those reactions start hitting Bald Guy pretty frequently. I'll probably work on another one tonight. I love the bag, the belt in the bag. They're not. Are they in the Cow Palace tonight? No. They can't be. They might be. I don't even know where they are. Help me. Help me. Help me, Forrest. Help me. I mean, look at how jacked this dude is. I laughed last week. They popped, Max Caster popped Big Bill. He popped all of us with that soft reference. That was great. Fucking Stokely is a trip. I don't know what he's wearing there. He's got them Dwayne Wade different world shades. Google him. I don't know what the beret is from. I remember when in the NBA when Dwayne Wade got drafted. All I could think about whenever I heard his name was Dwayne Wayne from a different world. They are in the Cow Palace. Sweet. That's another bucket list one. It's not up there as high as MSG, but I feel like the Cow Palace might be a little bit easier accessible for me than getting all the way out to New York City. So maybe if I find myself up there, I'll at least go by it. Would be a trip to attend a show there. Big Bill is more oranger than Orange Cassidy. That's true. Elizabeth and I had never seen Wet Hot American Summer before. Just never watched it. That star-studded cast, I don't know how I missed it. But finally watched it like 2 weeks ago. And Cassidy is not as big of a dick as Paul Rudd, but the characters are very similar. It's very cool. All right, Big Bill. I mean, props to him, too. I mean, if Cass has gotten his shit together, I mean, he went through a rough time there. I mean, look at the shape he's in. He seems like he's turned it around. I just don't think you can look that good, be in that kind of shape if you got all the problems that he seemed to have at one point. He's one of those guys. He's almost like maybe like Matt Morgan, who I'm just surprised they're not like world champion. I mean, Morgan was so big and huge, and he had such a good look, and he was athletic, and he was scary looking, and Bill is kind of like that too. That'd be a good match, actually, Matt Morgan and Big Bill. Who you got in that one? With my brother Matt. And the Bill that is big. He cannot catch. Oh, Orange Cassidy's getting mad. He's getting pissed. If I'm staring face to face with a guy like Big Bill, like one of the last things I'm going to do is piss him off. Yeah, Mike, it's a different world from where we come from. Hey, yo, shout out to Xenia. Oh, and look at there. I know both of them in the front row there. That's really cool. So Xenia, the big fella next to her, he was in line behind us at Dynamite in LA. And they were kind of giving him a little bit of a hard time about his purse, about it being too big. And they ended up working it out. It was really nice. Like, I almost was happy to see that the staff wasn't giving him a hard time, and he or she, whatever you just wanted to go by, he acted very cool about it. And it wasn't like, it didn't turn into a confrontation. He just explained, here's what it is. And then she was like, you know what, you're good. And she just let him go in. It's like, thank you so much. It was just this nice, pleasant exchange between a staff member and an audience member. And it was like, wow, usually there's always like a confrontation or yelling or screaming. That's why I like California. People are just more chill. Come on, Cassidy. Oh, what's the little... Should I do the QR code? I never do these, ever. It's too late. I suck at doing that. Oh, it's just a Bleacher Report. Well, fuck that. Tomorrow is Ring of Honor. No, probably won't get a chance to watch Ring of Honor tomorrow. I'll catch it before before this weekend, though. Big Bill is not more jacked than Matt. How much more jacked than Big Bill can one person be? I remember Matt Morgan. He was a physically impressive dude. I thought the name he had, Blueprint, fit him perfectly because he really did seem like a blueprint, but maybe I'm just misremembering, but I don't think he's that much more jacked than Big Bill. They seem both huge and big and big. And it looks like they both go to the gym once or twice a month. No, I don't have the Ring of Honor app. Oh. Yeah, Stokely, you're fine. Who you? Stop fronting. Ooh. Ugh. I didn't want to look. I think we're confusing jacked and big. Big Bill is a big jacked motherfucker, and so I didn't. If we're judging it by just sheer muscles and veins, then that's a whole different thing. But in terms of just the sheer size of the dude, there's not a whole ton of dudes in the business that have been bigger than him. You know, if it's a short ass list, regardless of who you find on that list. Am I stoked for Brock and Omos? Yeah. Hopefully that'll be the main event because it should be. I'm hoping it goes like a good 45 minutes, you know, because it'll be a true athletic display and a great showcase on the grandest stage of what these two can do, especially Omos, to really get a good look at his athletic prowess. I'm excited. I'm excited for WrestleMania. I mean, really, it's a one-match card for me. They could put Brock and Omos on both nights and just give me one match on both nights of those two guys, and I'd be fine. That's all I need for my weekend. So, on Monday on Raw was probably one of my favorite nights of the year when we found out that indeed it's true. Brock and Omos is official. I'm so happy. Thank God, you know, Vince is back and finally starting to steer the ship in the right direction. It's so nice to see that. Welcome back, Vince. Finally, somebody who knows what he's doing. Yeah, I'm still holding out hope that there's something more to the Brock and Omos match than just that, but WWE, they kind of do what they do, and I feel like it's starting to feel like this actually really is going to happen, but we have a whole month. I mean, WrestleMania is not for another month. We got 4 more weeks of build or whatever, so they could do anything, because I don't know how much you could really do on TV with Brock and Omos. You know, their physicality might want to wait just for WrestleMania because, you know, Brock's going to have to F5 him, and that's going to have to be a big, grand-looking moment. And they're probably going to want to catch that moment and replay that moment. And I'm not sure if you want to do that ahead of time on Raw if these two guys get into a scuffle. So it might be a couple of scuffles on Raw where Brock tries to F5 him and can't do it, and then he F5s him at WrestleMania. Might be something like that. But if they're doing Brock and Omos, man, I got to tell you, I think Omos might win. I don't really see the point of Brock winning. But who knows? Who knows? Who cares? All the discourse today about Vince and the Brock and Omos match, it's just like, I'm just choosing to ignore all that. I don't have the patience or time for it. Big suplex on Cassidy. What about the Hall of Fame? I don't know. What about it? As far as I know, WWE knows there is a Hall of Fame, but they might, I don't know, want to start announcing an inductee at some point. It's up to them. If they don't want to, that's fine. We could just sell a bunch of tickets for the Hall of Fame and we watch nobody get inducted. That's fine. Extra time to spend on concessions, I guess. Oh, big. Jesus. I mean, Cassidy looks like a child in that full Nelson. You better go for a low blow or something there, Cassidy, because there's no way you'd be able to get out of this. I mean, this might be it, guys. Well, I mean, it can't be. feel like Cassidy's going to come out of this, but in reality, Bill should just completely... Cassidy trying to fight back. Didn't mention Danhausen made his way out there in a tracksuit. What? No, I guess he was going to go kick Cassidy and he just slumped down. Another one. He's rolling. Get out of there, Cassidy. Jesus, you just spent a couple minutes in a full Nelson by somebody 3 times your size. Oh, no. Danhausen powerbombing the apron for... Oh, Stokely stopped it. Who's got a better idea? Oh. He backhanded Danhausen. Oh, Cassidy took out Stokely and Big Bill. He's going to run. He's going to do a second one. I was about to say he's going to get caught. He got caught. Now, this will probably be that apron. Nope. Oh, orange punch. Nice. Orange punch to the back of the leg. Take him out. Drop kick into the stairs. Cassidy with a flurry of offense on large William. Durval, what's up? Of course I'm watching Revolution. We'll be here for a review after the show on Sunday. I thought Revolution was on Saturday, which sucks. It's not. It's on Sunday. And so we can't do our WrestleMania watch-along, but we will be here to review the show on Sunday. And we'll be here to predict the show on Saturday. Oof. Well, I feel like Cassidy's going to retain here. It's just... Another one. Second one to Bill. Come on. Stumbling like a sailor on shore leave. Ooh. He came off the top rope funny, but he nailed it. He hit him with 3. That's going to do it. And Cassidy retains, much to the chagrin of wrestling Twitter's armpit. I can already hear him. I already know what they're saying. I can't believe somebody that big lost to a comedy wrestler. That's what they're saying. They're typing it right now. Their crummy, cruddy, jizz-covered fingers are typing that right as we speak. Listen, you can hear the keyboards. Hear it? I can't believe it. It's bullshit. It's not believable. Orange Cassidy is a better wrestler when he just stands there than I would be if I took wrestling school for 20 years. God, that was bloody last week. So bloody. Props to Evil Uno, too, man. Moxley, don't act all mad. You bladed for no reason. Jesus, he's busted. Yeah. It tastes like victory. It tastes like life. That's what he said. I have a feeling that Moxley and Hangman is going to be rough. Like what Moxley's been doing to himself just on TV the last few weeks. Imagine what he's going to do to his face at Revolution. Renee, get the bandages ready. I like how the blood's running down in his eye. He kind of looks like Malachi Black a little bit with that. Did you get permission from this arena to just bleed in the stairwell? Look at it squirting out of his head. Did you see that? Holy shit. When he was like, it literally squirted out of his head. I love this. I mean, this is like a big FU to all those. There's too much blood. Snowflakes. Delicate flower can't handle blood in pro wrestling. Scars me. I wouldn't want blood all in my eye like that. Is this even PG-14 or TV-14? This might be worse. I don't need the close up. Hello, Byron Cutler. Just need to say it once. That'll be a good one, too. It's been all built, though, on TV. Although we're probably going to get an in-ring thing here. Feels like this has all just been built in House of Black promos, right? In vignettes. But the fact that the Elite are coming out now makes me think we might get a House of Black appearance. Oh, and we were going to get that already. We were robbed of Kansas. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. It's like they came up and you saw Malachi's horns in House of Black now. There's like a pitch black beat down here. So the Young Bucks are the Trampoline Cucamonga Kids, huh? Well, then what are the Hardy Boys? What are they called? The Young Bucks are more fundamentally trained than the Hardys. So if you consider them Trampoline Kids, I want to know what you think of the Hardy Boys. Tell me. I'll wait.
For the first time ever tonight on Dynamite, we will have the Face of the Revolution ladder match. Samoa Joe will be joining us on commentary. The winner.
Face of Rev. So it's Takeshita, Ortiz. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fuck, I didn't get everybody. Hobbs. I would like to see Hobbs win that. But then again, Takeshita would be awesome. And I don't know if MJF and Danielson's thing here is going to be face-to-face or just going to be separate. Or if they're just going to do 2 backstage promos. Might be all that is. Man, that was the quickest segment the Bucks and Kenny have been in their entire AEW run. There was not even a commercial break. They came out to do something. They weren't booked for a match. Like, look, right? The Elite were not even booked for a match. They weren't even advertised. So what the hell were they coming out there for? That kind of made no sense, right? Elite were coming out, and then they just got immediately attacked by House of Black, and then we went right into the next segment. That was the fastest segment I've ever seen. Pretty funny. The original Trampoline Cucamonga Kids. There you go. They're Trampoline Omega Kids, actually. They were in homemade trampolines in the woods in rural North Carolina. And I've been to both places. I've been to Rancho Cucamonga and rural North Carolina. Cucamonga wins by 2,000 miles. By 10,000 points. Not even close. It would be, if it was a match between 2 cities, it would be a squash. Cucamonga would win. There is literally no comparison between the two. Mania 30 watch along, maybe. I hate modern shit, man. Like, I really do. It's not fun. I don't like to watch anything like after 2007. Just not interested. But we should watch WrestleMania 30. That was a big one. And there's a lot of moments on there. It was great for Daniel Bryan, and it was great for Brock Lesnar. Watching The Undertaker pin together would be pretty crazy. We might get to that one. We could do 30. I wouldn't rule 30 out, but I'm just, I've never gone. That's why my memory sucks so bad with like modern stuff, because I don't go back and watch anything. Like when I was younger, I would go back and watch 80s and 90s tapes over and over and rewatch matches over and over. That's why this shit is so embedded in my brain. But nowadays, once I see a pay-per-view, I am never going back to watch it, like at all. And it's been that way for the last 15, 16 years. Even if there's a good match or something, I might go back and watch a couple clips of it, but I'm never just going to watch a pay-per-view straight through after I've already watched it. Yo, Deshaun Williams, subscriber. What's up, dude? Good to see you. By the way, if anybody hasn't done any thumbs up smashing, I'd appreciate it. We got some pretty low likes on this video. Low audience, low likes, but that's the way it goes when you don't announce you're coming up here. So if you guys could help me out, I would appreciate it. I am very pleased about the channel. You know, this channel goes through ebbs and flows, and we've seen the highs and the lows, and we're in one of those upswings right now where it's nice. It won't last. We'll go back in a downswing probably in a couple months. But for right now, we're taking in subs. We're taking in views. Everything is up, 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 up across the board. Last couple of Winged Eagles have done 25,000, 15,000. Last Watch Along did 10,000. We've taken in 400 subscribers in February, a little bit over that. We just passed 35,000 on the channel. So I'm real happy with all of the performance on that end of things. But I could still use the likes. So if you could help me out with that, appreciation would be abound. I do want to watch WrestleMania 8, Michael. Thanks for that $2 too. I don't think we watched WrestleMania 8 last year, so we might do that one next week. I'm kind of bummed that we're not going to watch WrestleMania this week, but we'll still have, I think, 3 Sundays. I got to look at the calendar. I think we can still get in 3, right? Yeah, 12th, 19th, and 26th. So we'll have 3 WrestleManias to watch before in the month of March. So maybe WrestleMania 8 will be one of them. I think WrestleMania 15 or 16, that is going to be a poll. I'm probably going to let the members decide that one. 16 would be interesting in 2000, but 15 would be fun. Neither one was very good, but I was at WrestleMania 15. So since we watched WrestleMania 3 last week, might be good to do another one that I was at. All right. This is it. So you got that big-ass cock ring up there in the hanging from the ring. I was about to say, who's on the outside of the ring? It's Eddie and Ortiz. AR Fox. Damn. Yeah, the Luchadors, who I did not know who that was. I'm like, that's not Serpentico. I didn't know who it was. Commando? That's what he's called? I don't know. I don't know anything about him. Starrcade 86. Maybe for Starrcade season we'll do. Or Commander. Chad, you got every WrestleMania on DVD? I think I have WrestleManias on DVD up until, I want to say WrestleMania 32. Yeah, my Manias are right behind me. I think this is the last Mania I bought. Was this one. That's the last one I remember. So that would have been 2016. I don't think I bought 33, 34. But I was buying the DVDs every year, and then I just kind of stopped. I have all of them on VHS. I have 1 through 18 on VHS. Yeah, 32. All right. Come on, Will Hobbs. I'm kind of rooting for you. I'm rooting for you and Takeshita. Can you both win? All right, Hobbs is going to... he's going to build a fort. He's got 2 ladders, including the big one leaned up against the corners. Ooh. Yeah, WrestleMania 20 is another one we could watch. I'd be into that one too. I got to do some thinking about it, and I definitely want to let the channel members make at least one of these decisions. How do you not remember WrestleMania 8? Ooh. You know what the different world is, but you don't know what WrestleMania 8 is? Mike. Guevara's like, nope, I don't want none of Will Hobbs. Oh, see, these are the two guys I want to win. Takeshita ain't scared. He ain't scared. Jesus, they're laying it in. Oh. Yeah. That's meat, slapping meat right there. Oh, my God. I remember in high school, kind of like that Dana White slap bitch or whatever that show is called. We were in, like, gym. We were, like, a couple of the guys were, like, slapping each other in the chest really hard. And I had to, like, take a couple and pretend and, like, no-sell it. When in reality, I felt like my heart just caved in. Oh, wow. Wonder how Sammy likes working in the leather pants as opposed to the shorties. Wow. I kind of forgot that Samoa Joe is on he's on commentary for this. Is he going to tightrope this? What? What? That must be something he's done before, but Jesus Christ, he walked straight across. Oh, wow. I mean, that might even be better than, maybe not because he was so high up, but nothing will top that Elix Skipper tightrope, but he only made it a couple of feet before he had to jump into the Hurricanrana. Jeff Hardy was, oh, wow, look at that. Look at that overhead shot. Unbelievable. But even Jeff Hardy didn't hit those very good. He would run the railing, the barricade on the outside and do that spot. He would fall off that shit all the time. I'm not sure if you could pull off that move in WWE's ring on their ropes. Maybe you could if you were light enough, but I think the cables are a better thing for that. But Jesus. That was incredible.
Your legacy begins now. Rated T for Teen.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of action in this picture-in-picture, but tends to be the case with AEW. Wow, that was such an awesome move. A Dunkin' Run. I got a Dunkin' Donuts not 50 yards from me. I never go. It's like literally right there. Oh, Woody Harrelson's in a basketball movie? Oh, with Ghostbusters guy? With Winston? Is this White Men Can't Jump, part 8? Who's that girl? Elizabeth Hurley? Oh, this is a Special Olympics movie. Oh, it's a feel-good. Good. I was kind of just assuming Woody Harrelson would be an asshole. Oh, man. White Men Can't Jump's a great movie.
No families, no significant others, no random roommates, just you. And maybe your puppet. Because with Visible, you get exactly
It's not entirely true. I could jump. Or I could. Can't anymore.
Get all that for just $25 a month. Taxes and fees included if you switch now. And yep, one line. Not 4, definitely not 3.
Who knows, man? That's a good rumor. If Eddie wouldn't have died, he would have faced HBK at the next year's WrestleMania. It would have been Shawn and Eddie at 22. Right after Shawn and Kurt at 21. As good as the Shawn and Vince match was, I would have taken Shawn and Eddie over that, but I'm not totally sure how much I believe of that because there's also been rumors that Eddie was going to win the title again before his death, so I don't know how much stock you could take in any of that. Plus, retelling a story 20 years later on a podcast who knows, how embellished it is. It could have been something that was just talked about. Maybe whoever said this rumor was just happened to be in a room when somebody mentioned the possibility of Shawn and Eddie facing each other, and then he just decided to tell the story that that's what the plan was. It's very possible. J-Dog Nation. What up, man? Good to see you. Appreciate the 5. Earlier on, you mentioned WrestleMania 8. Piper and Brett, of course, one of my favorite matches of all time. Savage and Flair, also one of my favorite matches of all time. Hulk, oh, God. Here, AR Fox is about to get killed. Ooh, he gave him like an AA on the bridge ladder. That's gnarly. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff on there. HBK's first singles match as a heel. And Jake and Taker. Jake's last night in the company. Hogan's last night in the company, for a little while anyway. Warriors return. Lots of stuff, lots of watchable stuff on that show. I think I'd like to get to WrestleMania 8 before March is over. Maybe 8 and 15 or 16. Oh, wow. What's happening? Oh, okay, there's a... Don't hook his leg in there. Oh, God. Jesus Christ. I thought for sure when he was suplexing Sammy that Sammy's leg would get caught in the hole of that donut. Oh, he's going to go for it again? Don't go to the well twice, dude. What? Okay, who's this commander fella? Jesus. See a small intestine shoot out of his big intestine. Oh, my God. Oh, man, he's going to climb up these ladders and try to get... I don't even know what you get. What do you get? Samoa Joe's on commentary, so this must have something to do with his title. I thought it was Samoa Joe and Wardlow. I don't know. You got to help me out. Why are we having this match? What does it mean if you're the face? Just means you get a future title shot? That's probably what it means. Oh, they're all going to hold it. He landed right on Takeshita's leg. Takeshita seems fine. Yeah. Come on, man. I'd like to see him win. Oh, AR Fox, or I'm sorry, Andretti, excuse me, jumped up. Who is that? Oh, it's Garcia. I love that Danny Garcia uses the rock bottom, since Danny Garcia is also the name of The Rock's ex-wife. He took a nasty spill. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't come to the door right now. I'm afraid that in my weakened condition, I could take a nasty spill down the stairs and subject myself to further school absences. You can reach my parents at their places of business. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate your concern for my well-being. Have a nice day. Oh, God. Guevara's going up to the top one, and Andretti's laying on a bridged ladder on 2 chairs, and Sammy's up 20 feet. Swanton or 450. Be careful, Sammy. Oh, he might go for a shooting star. Nope. That was a swanton Luckily, he didn't do a lot of jumping there. It was mostly just a fall down, but that ladder is cracked. That has got to hurt like a motherfucker. Yeah, I'm glad somebody got the reference. Save Ferris. Oh, wow, Garcia's carrying Guevara. He's way far away from that ring, though. You can't reach that dude. Takeshita's got him. Oh. Man, I hope at the end of this match we don't get any injury reports on... Oh, fuck. Takeshita caught Guevara with the sickest knee I think I've ever seen. I was just about to say, I want to get an injury update, an injury report on Sammy. And now Takeshita with a bump from hell. But AR Fox and Sammy I'm worried about. Now Hobbs is by himself. That ladder is broken. You need a new ladder, bro. He's trying to get the ladder. Well, Hobbs is going to win now. They're giving it away because the referee's helping him. You should have gone and got a different ladder. Careful, Hobbs. Wouldn't it be funny if he can't do it. He can't do it. Please do it. Don't fuck up. Don't fuck up like Jake Hager. He's got it. Phew. Look at him standing on there. Well, the referees have got the ladder, but still, I was worried that Hobbs wouldn't be able to handle being up there. I wouldn't be. I'd be shaking like crazy. This was I mean, this whole match was full of shit. You had the two big commander bumps, the tightrope shit. You had multiple spots with ladders being used as a table. That bump by Takeshita was crazy. The swanton on the outside. That was brutal. That was all kinds of fun. I'm not your barber. You're going to catch another fade. Help me. Why is this match happening? I haven't been listening to Excalibur. Here's Wardlow. Okay, so next Wednesday, Powerhouse Hobbs must get a match. Is that what it is? Okay. Thank you, Excalibur. That's why I love Excalibur. Because when I'm not listening, he will fill us in. Or fill me in. Damn. I got time. Joe's gone. Whoa, oh. Powerbomb to the security. So Hobbs will face the winner of Hobbs will face the winner of Joe and Wardlow next Wednesday on Dynamite. Got it. Got it. Tito is underneath me. He's not on the couch this time. He's right under here, sound asleep, cute as hell. Terry Allen, appreciate the $2, dude. Oh, wait, hold on.
Not medically cleared to compete in tonight's casino tag team battle royal, which now leaves a lot of things up in the air.
I have some good news.
Neither one of them.
Danhausen and Orange Cassidy are best friends and can be in the battle royale.
Okay.
However, Orange, we've seen what you've already endured tonight. Is that something you're capable of doing?
He just goes, oh.
Lots of extra room in his backpack for more championships.
Orange, are you sure
He's like,
I don't care.
Orange, are you sure you're up for this? I don't care. He's the best.
Well, Danhausen and Orange
I love that Trent and Chuck, neither one of them are cleared. I don't care. That was great. Terry Allen, I want to thank you for that $2 earlier, dude. Paint film, Owen Wilson is Bob Ross the painter. Is this a suggestion? Is this news? I like the idea, whether it's an idea that's being produced right now or that's just a random thought you had. I wasn't aware that there was a movie being produced, but I think Owen Wilson could pull off Bob Ross. There's currently a bowler on the PBA tour. I forget his name. Kyle. Oh, yeah, I know it. It's Kyle something. Kyle something. He's got the Bob Ross do. It's great. Kyle Strout or something. Something like that. But, yeah, I don't know about that, Terry. If that's something that's happening, I'm into it. I'm into it. Bob Ross has an interesting story. I don't remember all of it. I just remember that I do think he was in the military somewhere and had a lot of screaming and yelling people at him, and he was so turned off by the intensity and the negativity, he just took his life in a direction that just made him a soft-spoken guy, incapable of raising his voice, and just lived in harmony that way. He's the best. I remember right around the time that the pandemic started. Oh, it might have been before that, but there's a whole YouTube channel that has all of his episodes, and I remember that was really good time-killing stuff to have on when you can't go anywhere. Victor Colon, appreciate 5 from you, dude. What if, for a watch-along, we did WrestleMania 2000 for members only, and we did WrestleMania 15 for regulars? We could do that. We need to do a members only here in March. I need to start thinking about that. Yeah, we'll do that. But I think I'm going to put up a poll. I think I'm going to do the poll for WrestleMania 15 and 16 and see what wins. And I'll let the members vote on that, and then we'll still do a members only, and it might be like WrestleMania 15. That might be a good one to do, because I could also edit that, stick it up on Patreon or whatnot for the people over there who aren't members over here. So yeah, we're going to do something like that for March. We're definitely going to do, so we probably will do 4 WrestleMania watch-alongs. We're going to do 3 on the 3 available Sundays, and then we'll do a members only, just for you special people. Yo, what's up, K-Dogs? Kennel, working the night shift tonight. Just wanted to say hello. Good luck tonight. Hope that new job and that new relocation is going well. I believe that's happened, right? Good luck to you, man. Sorry you can't be here, but appreciate you chiming in. Mike, no, we didn't do a WrestleMania 5 watch-along. We've done 3 and 4, so the last 3 weeks. So 5 we'll get to. I don't know if we'll get to it this year, though. I already watched WrestleMania 4 a couple of weeks ago. You're going to subject me to watching that orange bag of shit sit in the front row for 3 more hours? No. Big no. Is this Stokely? Look at him. Oh, no, I literally thought that was Stokely Hathaway. It looked just like him with the glasses. I thought it was an A&E or AEW little thing. I literally thought that commercial was Stokely Hathaway's little kid. I'm like, nope, that's not him. Ooh, I didn't even know we were doing that. Countdown to Revolution. That's what, Rampage? And I believe, help me out here, next week, not tonight, but it's next week, starts the All Access show, right? That doesn't start tonight, does it? No, it does not. All right, so we got Jericho working with freaking Peter Avalon here, which is just crazy. I love how many... I'd like to get a full list. I'd like to get a list of how many younger or lesser established talent has worked with Jericho since he's been there. Think about all those names. Oof. Who was it that worked with Warhorse? That was Cody, I think. Didn't Cody work with Warhorse? I got a retweet from Cody on Monday night. How cool was that? Cody's the best. Look at Jericho hugging Aubrey. Get away. Get me away from Peter Avalon. I beat The Rock in Austin in one night, but I can't handle no Avalon. I don't recall any Dusty and Sika matches. But I'm sure they've at least met. I don't know. Let me think. Not really. NWA, no. Not that I can remember prior to Dusty's polka dot run. And then when he was there from, 89 to 91, Sika had just left. Sika was in, he was with the Wild Samoans, and then he did make a return with Fuji in like the mid-'80s, and he was there through like 88. So I think they probably missed each other in WWE by like a year. But I don't recall if Sika did anything in NWA. I know, and there's the victory for Jericho. Yeah, I mean, we're going to be doing predictions this week, but I'm definitely going to be picking Starks to get the victory over Jericho. He's got the bat. Well, we're going to get Ricky coming out here to save Pete, the Petester. Fans are standing up. They know. All these fans with their cameras. Oh, these are shitty bat shots. About time, Ricky Starks. There's AEW, just like WWE, got to play the music. He could have just ran down there. I don't know if the music was necessary. I didn't realize that Revolution is there too. You know that that chimpanzee that's shaped like a bag of trash named Marjorie Taylor Greene? Whenever I see her stupid shit on Twitter, I always see above her name, Jake Hager follows. I'm sure you do, Jake. I bet you do. That's, for some reason, completely unsurprising. Also, your hat's stupid. By the way, that hat that Hager wears, I think I have at least one of them on the Good Mic Works store, on the YouTube store. So I have one of those hats available with my logo if you want to look way better than Jake Hager. Check out the store. You can find all the full list of products there. That store is stocked, by the way. Ooh, I got to check something. Maybe I can show you guys something if it's ready. Judas Effect. They're just taking out Starks. So this is more confirmation when you do wrestling math that Starks is going to be getting that victory. Okay, cool. I'm not quite ready. So I'm getting a new animated cartoon intro bumper made. And we're getting the visuals worked out right now. I'm also going to take the final visual and maybe turn it into my new channel logo. And I want to show you the rough draft. Here's what we got working so far, if I can find this. We heard from John Moxley. Yeah, let's hear from Hangman. He's outside. Where is he? Under a deck? He's under a pier? He might be under a pier, a beach pier. I don't know. I think it's going to be so bloody.
I take your spot at the top of the food chain. I take away your pride and blood and violence, and at the end of the throes of war, I, not you, I am the man left standing.
Now, I was there. They did this in L.A. when I was there, Hangman and Mox, and Hangman just beat him. So who do you guys got? I think I'm picking Hangman, but
and bloodthirsty son of a bitch that you have ever seen. Not in spite of that, but because of it. Because that
Hangman might, honestly, he might need that match. He might need just a bloody, like Hangman can work. We all know that, but he might need one of those just bloody Moxley type encounters where he wins in just the most brutal and dramatic way possible, to where you can't help but just respect the shit out of both of them. Adam Page, you're a wrestler. You should be in the tanning bed.
we have never had a Texas death match this personal.
Oof. Nate, do I think Double or Nothing will ever run a big stadium like Allegiant Stadium in Vegas? Maybe. Maybe. Probably not. I kind of don't want it to. I don't like stadium shows. I was at Allegiant Stadium for SummerSlam. I did not like the viewing experience. I'd much rather be in an arena. I'm making an exception, of course, for WrestleMania, for which I have great seats, but it's still a stadium, and I'm still going to be much farther away than what I'm used to. So the plan is to go to Double or Nothing this year. We'll see if we can pull it off. As a matter of fact, Mike, that's an excellent comparison. Give me a Magnum and Tully level match between Mox and Hangman. Unfortunately, this one's not in a cage, but that level of grittiness is kind of exactly what I'm hoping they accomplish with that match. That's a perfect comparison. Renee and Christian.
Christian, it seemed like after Jungle Boy overcame all odds and defeated Luchasaurus at Full Gear that things would finally be done between you.
Nope, they're not done.
What's going on?
Resident Evil's still in the house. I'm glad, man. I can't wait to not come back here for another 10 years.
Let's not blur the lines of reality here, Renee. For the better part of the past 6 months, I embarrassed Jungle Boy and I beat him down at will. I was done with him until I was sitting at home minding my own business, and I turn on Dynamite, and there's Jack Perry. And what's he have to say? In 2023, he's gonna win a singles championship
Good luck, Jungle Jack.
over my dead body.
Yeah, bring back the Christian Coalition. I'm into that.
In 2023, and that's a fact.
I'm also doing into having Elizabeth joining us for a watch along, but we're going to have to schedule at a weird time because she works strange hours and stuff. But one day we'll get to that. We got a lot of improvements happening on the channel right now as we speak. So that 2023 is going to be a good year.
That's fine. But do you want to win a championship? Or do you want to beat somebody for a championship? Do you want to beat somebody down, break their will, and take their title?
Christian, and that little bit of hesitation last week by Jungle Boy, cost him big time.
Because last week when you jumped me from behind like a coward, you had me dead to rights with that concerto, and you hesitated. And what happened? I turned it around and I showed you how a real man conducts their business when I smashed your head repeatedly off that chair and left you in a pool of your own blood and piss.
Hey, that's my line, Christian. Yo, don't be stealing good Mike Works shtick. I talk about everybody laying in blood and piss all the time. You stealer.
Championship so bad that he hit me like a ton of bricks. You don't have any interest of the legacy or the priority or the prestige of a championship.
The prestige.
You just want to take that shiny new toy home and show mommy and show your sister and show your friends. Make some memes, put it on social
Make some memes.
My problem with you, and this goes for everybody in this crowd too, with you and your whole generation, Jack, is that you treat my business like a video game. You are a dime a dozen. You see me, nobody will say or do or sink to the depths that I will. Nobody can do the things that I can do inside this ring. I, on the other hand, am one of one. And unlike you and your generation treating my business like a video game, I treat my business
I can see this type of
and I am not done.
issue being common with some veterans and today's newer generation of wrestlers that wrestlers are nerds now. And that's not a bad thing at all. But some people think it is. I slept in my car and got in bar fights and protected kayfabe, and you guys are just playing video games and doing TikToks. I could easily see these being very common. Yeah, it helps to have them Hollywood good looks. Jesus. The lights are out. Where's Luchasaurus been? What the hell is this? Oh, it's hey, he's digging a grave? Like the Undertaker? From Death Valley, the Jungle Taker. Hey, that works. That was my favorite last week when Christian went for the low blow and he took the chair and he just backhanded Jungle Boy in the face with it. So good. Oh, Luchasaurus is injured. That's right. I thought maybe with the lights going out, he'd come out. Christian Cage. That's all he did, was just dig the grave and stick a tombstone there? Okay. Yeah, it is.
Well, no words from Christian Cage as Jack Perry throwing down the gauntlet, but right now, Tony Schiavone saying about Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, the AEW Women's World Champion, Jamie Hayter. Okay, here with Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, and the AEW Women's World Champion, Jamie Hayter. By the way, on Sunday at Revolution, a three-way match, Ruby Soho and Saraya vying for this title.
Yes, Sunday, Revolution. And to be honest, Tony, I don't know what's going to be sweeter, being one bitch or two.
Huh. Being one bitch or two.
Saraya, you can watch two AEW Women's World Champions duke it out in the ring, but guess what? You can look, but you can't touch, because you're never going to have that belt. Never.
Guess not.
Saraya, if you want to call it some shenanigans, please go ahead, because we'll be there, and we'll be watching and looking out for you.
I think Jamie Hayter's great.
Back to the ring. Jamie Hayter, Britt Baker with Saraya top of mind, but you can't forget about Ruby Soho, the third woman that AEW.
Here comes Hardy. So this is going to be for the FTW title. It's going to be Matthew taking on Young Hook. Matt Hardy yesterday on over on the social medias posted a video of his boys jumping into like a foam pit at the trampoline park or something. They're pretty cute. They're pretty cute. (20-0), 217-day reign as champion. Yeah, Hook is not over 200 pounds. I mean, I'm 170, so he ain't that much bigger than me. Yeah, I don't have a problem with Hook's size because I just don't think size matters at all in wrestling anymore. But when you have the style of Hook, like when you're a ground and pound MMA ass kicker, you really shouldn't be the size of Rey Mysterio unless you're fighting guys your own weight class. So it makes it weird. But that's why wrestling is cool, because you can put... I mean, Matt Hardy was already a 4-time WWE Tag Team Champion when Hook was born. Like, that's incredible.
I love taking Matt Hardy off his feet, getting the upper hand, because when your opponent is down, Taz, as you know, that's exactly, Hook is so fundamentally sound. And he just,
Right hand from Matt Hardy. This is Hook getting rattled there in the shoulder tentacle, taking the cold-hearted Hanson Devil off his feet. But Hardy
Oh, they're deleting. He's been teasing a little bit of the broken Matt stuff.
appealing to the fans here in San Francisco, and Hook coming in.
Well, that's the thing with Hook. He's going to catch it. He's going to catch a limb on you no matter what you're doing. And again, the veteran, Matt Hardy's smart. Watch out.
Where did they just say that event was? Did they say, May 10th. I thought it was March 10th. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. May 10th, they're going to be in Little Caesars. And Ethan Page just took out Hook, who took a pretty hard post shot there.
His eyes were on Matt Hardy, and Hook down on the outside.
Yeah, there's a lot of moving parts out there, and definitely that did not help the cold-hearted Handsome Devil for sure.
The way he hit right there, he could have popped his shoulder out, man. And Tony, we know that Ethan Page, if no one else in the firm, does not want to see Stokely in a no DQ match with Hook. Absolutely, and I don't blame him. But Matt Hardy taking advantage, driving those elbows into the back of the neck breaker.
Smart of Hardy goes after the neck, after the shoulder, and upper chest grill was driven into the post.
But not a lot of urgency there by Matt Hardy once again.
Good point. Hook has the ability to recover, to your point, from a physical perspective.
Yeah, we've seen Hook.
No idea on Jeff Hardy. I'm probably the wrong guy to ask about that, but we do know about his case has been resolved now. He's on his probation. He's had his license suspended for 7 more Olympics, and he had to pay some fines and some bullshit. So I don't know. I don't know if he'll be back or not. Honestly, don't care, to be honest. Want the best for Jeff. I've watched the Hardy Boys wrestle since they were literally teenagers, but at this point, when you're still struggling at this age with all these chances that you've been given, countless chances, and you're still fucking up, at what point are you just Bam Margera, and you're just not going to get it together? So I just want the best for Jeff, but I don't think I'll ever trust again that he's capable of staying clean. Like, I feel like that trust is gone.
Close. Very, very close. This is undoubtedly the most trouble we've seen Hook in thus far. And Matt Hardy, another side effect. You kidding me? Side effect Hook.
Hook's taking Matt over. I mean, I can't see us getting a title change here.
Right back on him.
Look out, Bryce. Get the fuck out of the way.
Corner reversed by Hardy. Charges in. Oh, both
Jesus.
men.
It's funny, Taz doing commentary on his own son's matches. I'm trying to think how many times we've seen that. Lawler called a lot of Brian Christopher matches. Taz has called some Hooks. Who else? Whose dad calls their son's matches? I'm trying to think how many times in history we've seen that happen with a regular play-by-play guy. Not just somebody sitting in on guest commentary, but like a real actual play-by-play dude. Vince never called any Shane matches. Oh, and Stokely hit. No! Oh, and Hook kicks out. I'm like, we're not going to beat Hook like this with a Stokely cast. Who is he supposed to be? Like from New Jack City or something? I'm trying to think what Stokely reminds me of.
But if Matt Hardy lands the twist of fate,
Oh, no, he's going to nail this.
this will be a certainty.
Oh, and he tapped immediately. The hold wasn't even cinched up yet. Yeah, it's snowing a little bit north of us here in San Diego. I don't think San Diego's ever gotten snow, but it's real close to us. Vegas has been getting snow. LA got snow for the first time since 1989 a couple of weeks ago. Or last week, like fucking crazy. But I'm happy about it because I don't like the dryness and the danger of being dry out here and fires and all that stuff. So the fact that we're getting dumped with participation.
Is composed out of fear. Fear that eats away at the soul and forces
We need the precip.
before the body ever does.
Oh, they took the belts. Holy shit.
See, these titles will leave them here because they belong to you, but just know that on Sunday, you have already lost.
What happens there, guys? I haven't even really analyzed this issue and thought about in my head who they're going to put over here. It would be great if House of Black picked up the titles.
See ya, Revolution.
But I don't know. I really do like Kenny. So if he goes back singles at some point or even gets a shot against MJF, I'd be cool with that. A lot of talk about maybe Kenny going to WWE next year. Who knows? I would love it. I'm a big Kenny fan. Yeah, Lawler, I mentioned Lawler, but I'm trying to think of who else. Lawler and Taz, but a regular play-by-play guy. No Vince. JR never had anybody in the ring. Gorilla, maybe. Gorilla called matches with his son as the referee. So Gorilla, we got to put Gorilla on that list. He kind of counts. Bobby Heenan, no. Jimmy Hart, no. Anybody else that would commentate? Roddy Piper, no. Dusty might have in like 93. Was he? I don't think he was doing commentary when in like 94 when they got back together. I don't think so. So Dusty might have come close, but I don't think he counts. Huh. Shout out to Steve from Steven Larson. I thought I saw a sign during the Christian interview that said Larson fears someone, and I was wondering if it was Larson, and it must be because Steve tweeted the pic. Get them good mic work signs out there. It's always like the exact same people that you would expect to like comment on someone like Hook's size or something are the ones that do on social media. It's like clockwork. Consistent as gravity. So worried about what's believable in a fake fucking wrestling, in a fake ass form of entertainment. So concerned. I was like, I don't understand how hard it is just to be positive and not a critical dick about everything. You're so small. Well, then watch WWE. And watch Rey Mysterio. If it bothers you so much. Cool. All right. We are caught up on that. Bill Watts. Bill Watts. Did he, though? Oh, yeah. Oh, Mike, I don't know. Vern was on commentary sometimes. I could see there's probably a match with Vern calling Greg, probably. But Vern's not a regular announcer. If Vern was calling anything, he was doing it for a special occasion or something. Like Stu never called any of Brett's matches or anything like that. So, but Bill Watts would be on commentary sometimes. So, or he would do shit. So I'm not sure about that. But it's a short list regardless. It's kind of cool that that's happening. Like I said, Gorilla with Morella and Taz with Hook and Jerry Lawler with Brian Christopher. I can't think of any regular, routine announcers that we see every week calling their own son's matches. I'm sure you can find a situation where a father has been on commentary for a son's match, but in terms of a regular commentator, Rio. I am worried about Tony Storm hitting a hip attack on little Rio. Rio fighting back. Oh, wait a minute. Whose birthday was it? The Resident Evil. I wanted to mention you earlier, but I got distracted. You were tomorrow is your birthday. You're going to be 26. You were born in 1997. I was 20 in 1997. Happy birthday to you, dude. My God, that was, I remember having friends over and watching WrestleMania 13 and Austin's bloody face and eating pizza and drinking beer and hanging out. And you were just entering the universe. Welcome, man. Happy early birthday to you. Now, you are closer to 30 than you are to 20, And I just want you to soak that in since I'm bitter and 45. But happy birthday to you, dude. Tony's got the size and strength and everything advantage on Riho here. Riho is great, but I kind of think Tony outmatches her in almost every category. So tall order here for Riho. No, Mike, I don't think Vince might have. That's the thing. Vince didn't call any Shane matches when Vince was an announcer, but he might have sat down. You know how back then people might just sit down and join Lawler and JR for something. There probably is a Raw match somewhere, or maybe Vince jumps on headset while Shane's fighting. It's possible, but I'm not even sure if I'd really count that anyway, even if it happened. Oh, yeah, I've felt earthquakes. I've been here over 12 years now. It'll be 13 years this year. And I've felt a lot of earthquakes, but they're pretty mild. And I've only been freaked out 2 or 3 times. Other times, like, I feel them and you just kind of know what's happening. And I don't even really get out of my chair. I kind of just know that. Because you'll know if shit's getting bad. You'll get up if it's like really shaking, but a lot of times just a little rumbling. Stuff starts rattling on the walls and everything. You're like, oh, earthquake. But there's been a couple times, like in my last apartment, I was way up on the 3rd floor and we had a big one. And it rocked pretty hard, the building. And I was like, oh, that was a little bit scary. But otherwise, I've been, San Diego has mild earthquakes. I would not, hip attack on the apron to poor Riho. Where Dynamite is tonight, however, in San Francisco is a place I am terrified of in terms of the big one hitting. I feel like San Francisco and maybe even LA, parts of LA, are really going to get hit hard. And San Diego might break off and fall into the ocean, but I don't think we're going to get the devastation that places more northern of us are going to get. Either way, it ain't going to be pretty. But honestly, I've been more scared of the fires out here. Those are more of a real threat to me. Because an earthquake will damage the shit out of everything, but you won't necessarily lose everything. Maybe your home, but not your personal belongings can probably be recovered from an earthquake, unless an earthquake triggers a fire and it burns everything. Where with a fire, there's nothing left. Pictures, family heirlooms, documents, computer, all your belongings, pets, perhaps. A lot of that stuff could possibly be recovered in an earthquake. All right, so I don't know if we're going to get Tony and choking out Riho for the entire PIP, but we'll find out. Yeah, we're going to get into a lot of the news this weekend on the podcast. I did see the Sonya Deville stuff today. I guess she got arrested in New Jersey a couple weeks ago for having a gun in her car, which she didn't have a license for, but did have one in Florida where she's from. And I'm not a fan of guns and gun nuts and everything. I believe you should be able to own a gun. I have no problem with that. But the people that go so overboard with it and believe that these gun rights are being threatened, they make the whole thing just extremely unappealing. But in Sonya's case, I feel like she is in no trouble whatsoever of being having trouble with WWE or getting any heat for this. She wasn't under the influence. She's been carrying the gun after her home got invaded a few years ago. I think WWE will perfectly understand. Maybe say, hey, get your paperwork straight and make sure if you're going to take this thing anywhere, you have the prior permit and don't bring it in the locker room, because Bruce Pritchard got fired for that once. But other than that, I don't think anybody can blame her, especially these days when we know how crazy fans are, and we know how crazy fans are, especially over, women wrestlers. We saw Seth Rollins get attacked in the aisleway on Raw that time. So today's day and age, when fans are crazier than ever, it feels like, and they now have access to these people through social media, and then they create these delusions that they've created some sort of personal relationship with them, and then they go crazy and stalk them and try to kidnap them and murder them. You need all the protection you can get against that stuff. And if I was in her position or anybody else's, at the very least, I'd have some mace or bear spray or a really gnarly Crocodile Dundee knife or a gun. And I don't think Sonya's going to be any trouble for what she did at the end of the day. And I don't blame her at all for keeping a peace with her at all times. Do what you got to do. There's a difference between owning a gun like a normal human and strapping on a fuck Joe Biden shirt and 19 rifles and then going into McDonald's. You know, that's two completely different things. That's one regular, sane, normal acting person and a complete fucking nut job. And Sonya is just doing what she has every right to do. That's why when all those conservatives are like, they're coming after your guns, I'm like, no, we're not. It takes an incredible amount of stupidity to think that anybody's going to come after your fucking guns. But requesting it to be a little bit more difficult, filling out some more papers, that's hard. Your rights are not in jeopardy. Your rights are not threatened. You're all morons. And those people are insufferable. So, Sonya, I'm on your side, girl. Keep you a gun. Blow away stalkers. And we also have to remember, too, what that did to her emotionally and what that did to her mental health and the anxiety that caused her. I mean, that was a very traumatic experience. It would be for anybody. Somebody's in your fucking house. And you show them on camera. They're just 5 feet from you, 5 feet from tying you up with duct tape and throwing you in their trunk and doing God knows what to you. And you escape that with your life. I'd be traumatized, too, and a little paranoid. And I'd make sure nothing like that would happen to me again. Riho. Good dive by Riho, but nothing like what we saw from Commander earlier. Holy crap. I don't know what happened to the dude. I don't remember. Nice Northern Lights. Wow, she got her up too. Big kick out. That's Tony Storm is just wrestling an 8-year-old here.
We've seen that diving foot stomp in the past half. When it lands flush, there is no way the opponent's kicking out. That's the wind daddy, right? Just the stomach just drops. She was going for it again, but that's one too many times here because Tony is right there. Yeah, that's a fact. You're correct.
So I guess what are they trying to do here? Is it going to be a deal where like Ruby Soho is going to join Tony and Saraya? I feel like they might do that. I mean, they're already spray painting stuff, so it feels like they need the third man, right? Maybe Ruby will be the third woman. Oh no! Oh no! Big sunset power bomb. Oof. Big Beal with the hair. Now we're going to get a hip attack. Be careful, ladies, please. Riho, watch yourself, girl. I don't want to watch this. Okay, that wasn't that bad, but it could have been. That's it. No! I thought she was going to kick. I did not think she was going to kick out of that. Yeah, I saw something, too, about Vicky Guerrero piecing out of AEW. That's fine. Best of luck to Vicky. My wrestling life will survive without her. I'll be okay. I mean, it's going to take a little bit of therapy and transition period, but eventually I'll be okay with it. Riho beat Tony Storm. Holy shit. Oh, and Britt. Yeah, you should have known with Britt and Hayter being out there. That was funny. Britt was hamming it up to the camera, and then Tony came out and attacked her. And Britt was like, oh, time to fight. Ooh. Jamie and Saraya. Nice. Here comes Ruby. There you go. Now she's going to take out Jamie as well. I can't think. I mean, there's a few wrestlers. It's a short list, and Ruby is one of the blessed few that just have the absolute perfect fucking theme song. I mean, she doesn't ever need any more than that. So she can't go back to WWE because they'll never pay for it. Look at them holding back. Yes, play the music while they brawl. Play some punk music while they fight.
The stunning return of Keith Lee.
Ooh. Lee and Dustin. Dusty.
Deliver a message to the Mogul affiliates, and I regret to inform you I forgot my
The Mogul affiliates.
jacket. But this is more than what you've done to us. This is about what you can do to others.
Yeah, I don't think of Keith Lee and Dustin Rhodes as a group usually, but here they are.
What's it you like to say?
Darkness has fallen over the city of San Francisco, and this Friday night live on Rampage on TNT, you're going to find out we don't like playing games.
I wish WWE and AEW had a little bit better of a relationship because I think it would be cool to see Dustin go into the Hall of Fame.
Remember our name.
I mean, they've had a lot of AEW talent on the A&E stuff this past go-around, which has been cool. That whole last episode on Jake Roberts. Boy, they started hard, didn't they? Did you guys watch that? All right, it's the Battle Royale. This is our main event. No, it's not. We haven't seen MJF and Danielson yet. So that whole segment must be our main tonight. I'd like to know the statistics on that, how many times in Dynamite's history we've ended with a segment or a promo instead of a match. Has to be very, very little. Very few. Okay, so Yuta and Claudio have hit the ring during Dark Order's entrance and just said, let's start the Battle Royal. We're ready to start now. Okay, picture in picture.
For more than a decade, the Jokers have kept America laughing. And Thursdays, they're better than ever. With all new episodes, all new challenges, and all new guest stars.
Get your man under control. Get your man under control. I love you, bro. I love you, bro.
Impractical Jokers, all new Thursdays at 10 on the networks of True TV and TBS.
So my daughter tells us you're in television.
And only $40 a month.
Unlike that last overpriced package.
Oh, crap. Finally got an update on my computer. Oh, March 3rd now. Oh, that sucks. All right. I got to somehow get that dialed in to use this weekend for a big weekend of stuff, but I'll get it done. Well, I'm glad I came up live tonight. Jake Roberts' doc was good. It was just super, intense. I mean, they went into a lot of his personal stuff. I mean, they started with that because generally when you do a biography of somebody's career, you start at their childhood, and Jake had a gnarly one. So they started out with some pretty heavy stuff there and all the disgusting shit Grizzly did and all the issues that Jake went through and all of that drama and turmoil, then into his wrestling career and then into his problems. So it was it felt like an episode of Dark Side of the Ring. I mean, I think they did one on him, didn't they? But one thing that made me happy was that his daughter seemed to be doing well. His daughter from Beyond the Mat. And there was that whole scene in Beyond the Mat, that whole part of the movie where he visited his daughter, but it was right in the middle of Jake's problems, like all of his drug issues. And they sat there in the room, and it was just a horrific amount of tension and awkwardness. And you could tell that relationship was nowhere near being healthy at all. So after that, though, I don't really know if I saw her on any other Jake docs. Jake did the DVD with WWE years back. I don't remember her being on that, but she might have been. There's been lots of pieces done on Jake, but I don't recall really seeing her before since Beyond the Mat. So to see her there in a setting where she seemed like she was in a nice house, she was in a good place, she looked healthy, and she obviously is dealing with a lot of those lasting effects of Jake's behavior. But even while dealing with that, and it's still to this day very troubling to her, obviously, she has like a vibe of peace to her where she feels like, it seems like she's made peace with a lot of this stuff, even though it's always going to kind of be there to haunt her. And that was, I think, the thing that made me the most happy about that documentary, is because we remember her from Beyond the Mat. And I'm just happy that she didn't follow in Jake's footsteps, didn't let those problems and all of the turmoil in her life make her an unhealthy drug addict, and follow that same pattern. Maybe she had a little bit of that, I don't know, but she seemed to have it together in the documentary, and that was pleasurable to see. So, but yeah, it was rough. I don't know what the next one is. The next one should be much easier to watch. I'm sure they're going to hit us with something a little bit more lighthearted on the next one. Yeah, well, MJF is going to have something up his sleeve to get past Danielson in this Iron Man match. So having the Blackpool turn on him, I could see it. Mike, trivia question. Who sang America the Beautiful at WrestleMania 5? That was Jake the Snake Roberts' brother, Sam Houston. He's got a great voice. Little known fact. Yo, what's up, Pachiro? What happened to Trench? He's known as Ditch now. Oh, Clyde is here too. Good to see you, Clyde Wendell. Happy you're here. C- Dynamite so far? Okay, I'm not going to disagree. That's for sure. But we've had some good moments too. I love the Lucha Brothers. It's good to hear that theme again. Oh, double super kicks to Vance and Roosh. They ate a couple. Nice. Fans are into it now. Holy crap. Okay, Honor returns. Ring of Honor tomorrow night, 7/6 Central. I need to sign up for the Honor Club. I'm going to go ahead and sign up for it and pay for it just so I can have access. But I don't know how much of it I'm going to be able to see live or as it happens. Oh, that's so cool. I've talked about Ray Stevens before. He's one of my favorites from back then. He was so good and super fast. Bobby Heenan's an underrated wrestler too. Or was. Did Cesaro get cut from WWE or did he leave voluntarily? No, he still works there and WWE doesn't know. So he's here working in AEW and they're so oblivious. They just think he's injured. So he's been over here collecting 2 paychecks. So he's been double dipping, as we call it. Good for him. Oh, Aussie Open.
I like these guys, man. They had a great showing a week ago on Rampage. Yeah, against the Bucks. Yeah, they really did. And now, Davis and Fletcher looking to punch their ticket to Revolution this Sunday. Be a part of that.
They seem like a WWE team to me.
And Aussie Open, I mean, almost the unknown entity in this matchup.
Members only Ring of Honor watch-alongs. We could do that. I mean, how many people are going to be in there to watch that? 8 of us, but yeah, we could try. We were close to 100 members, but I don't know how many people would tune in for that. Hopefully enough. But I'll do whatever, anything. We should. I'm always open for members-only suggestions. Now that we got the merch store fully open and functioning, one thing we are going to be doing for the members is giveaways. And they'll be routine. I just got to come up with a system for it and how to do it and that type of thing. We need to start sending some swag out. I don't think we've had an elimination yet from any. They looked like they're all still in there. Claudio saves Yuta. Dark Order's in there still. Luchas are still in there. Roosh and Vance still in there. Aussie Open still in there. They're all in there. I think he left voluntarily, if I remember right. I think he just chose not to resign, or they chose not to resign him. I don't remember. I don't think he was straight released because there wasn't a. I don't remember, so I don't know either, Roderick. I feel like he was kind of quietly gone. Like we got word of his departure kind of after it had been done already. Oh, man, it's March Madness, isn't it? I have not filled out a March Madness bracket. No shit, probably since 2005 or 6 at work in a big work pool. And then after that, like I've never really cared about college basketball. And I used to live right in the middle of Duke and North Carolina and all those teams that won all the time. My dad went to Michigan State. They always have a good team. College basketball's fun to watch, but I'm like not a mark for it. When I lived in North Carolina, everybody that I knew preferred college over the NBA. It was more exciting. It's quicker. They loved it more, and I was like in the minority. I was like, I prefer the professionals to the amateurs. I was like, college basketball is fun. I'll watch it, but I'm not going to shut down my week for this tournament. Like, I don't care. Don't care who wins. I can't bust my bracket because my bracket's not filled out. So I kind of have a shitty attitude towards March Madness. It always just annoys me. I couldn't tell you who won last year. I have no idea who won the title last year, or the year before, or the year before. I like literally pay no attention to it. I used to be into it, but back in the day, the North Carolina teams would murder my Michigan teams, and it would always piss me off. So I think I just got bitter. I got like Bret Hart bitter over it. That's why me and Bret, we're like this. Seeing a few people mark out to that tightrope spot. That was so crazy. Michael, it was North Carolina? That's awesome. I was about to say, too, I was about to finish that sentence of like, it was probably the Tar Heels or something, and it was. Yeah, but I watched them win titles with Dean Smith and with Roy Williams, and they were beating Michigan State a lot of those years, drove me crazy. And the rivalry with them and Duke. The one cool thing I do remember about March Madness is living in North Carolina when I was in school, like elementary school and junior high. Or actually, no, just junior high and high school. the teachers were cool, man. When the tournament was on, we'd watch it. They'd shut down class week because by then all the classrooms had TVs in them to watch Channel 1. Who remembers Channel 1? But they'd be cool. We'd turn it on and watch the games because they would be on the local stations because they didn't have cable in there. But the local stations would play like the ACC tournament and the NCAA. So we would watch the ACC primarily, but they would also let us watch the other early round tournaments if there was daytime games. It was very cool. I still don't think we have had an elimination unless, nope, Claudio's still in. Oh, they're in the Kansas one. Oh, it was Kansas and North Carolina? Wow, that's old school. Roy Williams used to be a relatively frequent guest in my restaurant when I lived there and worked there when I was the GM back east. He'd come in all the time. He vacationed in Wilmington all the time. Saw him a lot. This is, oh yeah, Maria. I'm so glad that Maria and Mike are not in love anymore or whatever that shit they were doing in WWE. What a weird thing that was. Vince is like, how about we have him take your name? Ha! That's great shit. Oof. Raph, I had one job outside the restaurant business for about 10 months, and I did not last. I hated it because I was questioning. I was in restaurant business for about 4 years by that point, and I was wondering if maybe, even though money was good in restaurants, it was inconsistent. You made great money, bad money, great money, great bad money. In the end, it would average out to be fine, but it was inconsistent, and it was tough to manage money that way until I learned how. So I thought maybe finding a salary job would be easier, but it's literally as soon as I started, I'm like, holy shit, I just doubled my hours and lessened my pay. Why the fuck did I do that? But I thought having a full-time 8-to-5 job was kind of what you were supposed to do, and I gave it a shot. And I think like by the second week, I'm like, I hate it, but I didn't want to give up, so I just stuck with it a little bit. And I did fine at the job, but I was really unmotivated. I did not enjoy it at all. I managed a loan office, and I had to give out loans to gross people, and it was just a pain in the ass, and I just did not like it at all. There's a lot of banking and collections involved, a lot of phone calls, a lot of a lot of getting up early, and I'm not built for that. So one of my friends, somebody she worked for was a chef she worked for was leaving and building his own place, and she goes, "You have a job waiting for you." She goes, "You should come work with us." And so I stuck it out at the loan job until the restaurant was built. And then I just bounced in the middle of the night like the Colts. But no, I just pieced out. I'm like, I'm done with this shit. And I am never coming back. And I didn't. And I love that job. I went on to manage that Italian restaurant for a while, made great friends there. I was trusted. It was a fun environment. It was easy, and you made money. It was just the best thing that ever happened to me. Vance is out. Oh, no. Martin and Roosh, something bad's going to happen here. No! Roosh just doesn't make it. I'm like, one of the two was going to get eliminated, and it was Roosh. I have lost my 1080p here. It looks more like a 360 job that I can see Dynamite, but I'm not going to refresh it. My job back east, I did all that stuff. Yes. Here, I'll do an interview or two here and there, but now I'm not really doing that. But I do sometimes. Oh, now I got my connection back. But since I've been here in California, I've been at this job for 13 years. I've only had to personally fire someone one time in the whole time I've been there. So I was lucky. Where back east, it was more of a regular thing, and I hated it. It was one of my least favorite parts of the job. Ooh. God. Oof. Yeah, my boss, who's basically like the co-owner, she's basically my only boss. But we have kind of two owners. One stays in the background. We don't even see him, but he does handle a lot of stuff. And then she runs primarily the restaurant on her own. And then I fill in when needed. So she likes to be in control of all that stuff, and I let her because I'm fine with it. Oh, Danhausen. See ya. Bye, Parker. All right, we're going to finish this Battle Royal up, I hope, in the next 5 minutes. That should give us a solid 10 for MJF and Danielson, whatever the hell they're going to do there. Ryder, do I fire them in Vince's voice? No, I did not. But when I first started getting into the management side of things, I had some great teachers, and they did not take it easy on me. They made me fire people because they wanted me to learn how to do that. And it's just an unfortunate part of the job. And they told me, you can't do this unless you can do this, And so sometimes when somebody needed to be let go, even if it wasn't really my responsibility to let them go, they made me do it. And I always resented them for that. Oh, Maria got a double super kick. She's out. And so are Taven and Bennett. All of them. So poor Maria got knocked out. All right, now it's thinning out. We are down to Yuta and Claudio. We've got Butcher and Blade. We got Cassidy and Danhausen. Cassidy working double duty. He said he didn't care, so Danhausen took that as a yes. I was kind of hoping that FTR would come out here and win this thing, but it doesn't look like that's happening now. Oh, Wheeler's gone. Wow. Are they going to get Claudio out? They are. Wow. Blade, is Cassidy and Danhausen actually going to win this thing? I think they are. I really hope that Cassidy and Danhausen wins this. I like Butcher and Blade, but come on, Cassidy, you better hang on here. Oh, shit. Come on, Danhausen, get in there. Oh, my God, is Danhausen going to eliminate them both? He is. Oh, they helped him out. Well, Danhausen and Orange Cassidy get a spot on the pay-per-view. They're going to be in that 4-team tag team match now. I really hope the Guns lose, but something tells me they'll retain. I felt like the whole thing might be set up for the Acclaim to win back the titles. That's what I think they should do. to please the fans. Any other outcome here I'm not sure about. Who's this? Oh, Lethal and Jarrett are here. Look at Jarrett's gold kicks. The Acclaimed are coming, but there's no music. The video wall started. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed this. I think I've mentioned it before. WWE and AEW, it's like it's the same thing. If you've ever been to a live event, or if the camera on Raw or SmackDown happens to be catching the Tron during a run-in or during somebody's entrance, I swear the Tron video starts like a millisecond before the music starts. Like, y'all always see that up there first and then the music. It's like a second delay or something, or half a second. All right, we're going to we have time for a video package?
MJF can be perceived as somewhat questionable.
I am going to expose you.
His ego, his money, and most of all, his championship.
MJF came out into this ring and said he
Does Danielson meditate on the edge of cliffs? Do we want to be doing that?
If nothing else, is a very cold and calculating man.
he tries to break the arm of a friend of mine for over 20 years, and he hates me.
He will do anything to keep that title.
Hi, Birdie. Hi, buddy.
No, Zach, I've been very lucky. Actually, the opposite. Being around food in my restaurant, none of it made me sick because I always worked in awesome restaurants with great chefs. Everything smelled wonderful. The food was great. I was never turned off by something at any of my restaurants because I always worked for really good places. And a couple of my chefs went on to big careers. Some guys that I worked with and stuff, like they were very talented. And I was lucky to be around them at such a young age. Like in my early 20s, being able to see food from chefs as talented as these guys were. Normally, guys my age would be working at Red fucking Robin, you know? But I was able to work with those guys. It was awesome. It was awesome. So I learned a lot, and everything smelled so awesome and tasted so delicious. If anything, it made me want to learn more about cooking and stuff.
I think the motivation that no one thinks MJF can hang with the challenger for 60 minutes. I think he can. And you cannot tell me for one single second.
Oh, they're gimmick cliffs. Phew. I thought they were shoot cliffs. Well, there's a lot of cliffs and stuff out in Arizona and out here in California, wherever Danielson lives these days. I'm sure you can find a cliff like that.
Physical, more determined, more vicious MJF than we've ever seen. And I think we're seeing that because he realizes what he's in for. I call a lot of 60-minute matches are just devastating.
Brian has done 4 of these matches.
Ah.
I will say, I thought I talked for 60 minutes.
It's hard to see Dean like that, you know? Dean Malenko's the best.
The injury to Brian Danielson's shoulder is a target on his arm for MJF.
You think there's some monster behind the mask? Do you know what I think is behind the mask? Fear. See, this belt gives me a reason to get out of bed.
Mike,
This belt
me.
for the simple fact that all my blood, sweat, hard work, tears, and that's my sins were all worth it.
Brian Danielson were able to defeat MJF with the 60-minute Iron Man match at Revolution. I think that
No, they did not work for Ramsey, but the first chef that I worked for that I thought was really good did work on the same kitchen line as Emerald. Emerald was a big deal back in the day, back in his Louisiana restaurant. They worked on the same line. He was like a sous chef for him or something crazy like that. So they worked together, and he had a lot of experience from that. And he used to go and take trips to crap that Emerald would do. Sometimes he'd take time off of work to go do some thing he was doing, which I thought was cool. But I worked with a couple of guys, too, after that were just really good. And a couple of them out here, too, in California.
All I ever wanted for dinner was pizza, Marcy. And all I ever asked of you was steaks.
I don't know what we're going to do here. I guess, I mean, Danielson and MJF are definitely going to come to the ring. They wouldn't close Dynamite with this, with a backstage segment, but I'm not sure. Will Brie be at Revolution? That would be cool if she was. I guess she would be allowed. Would she be? Can she be? Is she allowed to appear over there? Maybe not. Maybe backstage. They'll probably let her go backstage. But I don't know if she can be out in the front row or nothing. Oh, the Juliet. No kidding. Solo Sikoa got married today. That warms my heart. Congratulations, Solo. I don't follow him on any of the platforms. I need to do that. Solo got married. The legacy continues. 26 years from now, we'll have Solo's son or daughter beating the shit out of people in NXT 9.0. Ugh. Never ends. Yeah, well, Danielson is married to her, so I think if Danielson wants to take his wife to a show that he's going to compete at, he has every right to do that. I guess I don't know the details of Brie and WWE or anything like that, but if I was in Danielson's situation and I wanted to bring my wife to a show, I'm going to bring her.
Well, this is me.
Still early. You want to maybe grab a coffee?
With the Wells Fargo Active Cash Card, you earn 2% cash back on what you want, like coffee, ping pong, a movie, karaoke, and 2% cash back on what you need.
No. Just my shoe.
Like maybe shoes without laces.
Oh, just my shoe.
Cash Card, that's real life ready.
Yo, Spectre, got my tattoo today. Oh, this is great. Thank you for the $5. You filled us in on this last time. Got my tattoo today. I've got like 11 more planned. One of which being the Good Mike Work logo. Are you serious? Hopefully, or hope BCC officially goes heel this weekend. They're better heels. Well, congrats to you. I know you were telling us last time that you were set to get your first one. Now you are already planning 11 more. So you're going to go with a nice good old dozen to get yourself started. That's awesome. Glad it went well. Sounds like it did. I think if it didn't go well, you definitely let us know. So awesome. I'm glad you got that done. You've probably broke the seal now. From now on, it'll probably be super easy for you. All right, Danielson's in the ring. It only took me about 8 months to get my my to scale life-size tattoo of Bret Hart on my back. They had to do it in sections, you know. The Winged Eagle title over his shoulder took a lot of detail.
Brian, we are days away from your Iron Man match against MJF for the AEW World Championship. The animosity between the two of you is clearly at an all-time high, but I want to bring this to your attention. This is a post from 2014. When MJF
20.
was dropping out of college. There's actually a specific reference to you.
2014.
Pursue his dream and his passion.
Many of you guys have been with us since then.
Does this change your perception of Max at all ahead of this match?
See, here's the thing. A little over 7 years ago, I was forced to retire. And 2 years later, I came back and I said, if you fight for your dreams will fight for you.
Oh, I was about to say, we're not going to have too much more time for chatter here because we got 2 minutes left on the show. Dun, 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 dun. Look at those glasses. Shut up, Max.
For once in your life, just shut up. For weeks, I've been listening to you come out here and say all these different reasons why you hate me. You hate me because people respect me.
MJF eats tacos with a fork. That's what the sign says.
You hate me because some people call me the best wrestler.
Just got a cold sore. MJF, what you got?
You think you deserve that. He hates me because I have a wonderful wife, I have wonderful kids, and he thinks he deserves that. That's why he
Well, at least Danielson's not taking his shit this week.
Shortcut, every cheat that you can to become AEW World Champion, you haven't fought for that. And if there's one thing that you deserve, it's your fiance leaving you. Whoa.
Holy crap.
Well, that wasn't right. That's a low blow. Come on. Pinning shoulders to Max and banging rats. Is that what you do, Max?
Pinning shoulders to mats and banging rats.
Doesn't seem like somebody I'd want my daughter to marry. You took your jacket off. You want to fight. I'm ready to fight anytime.
Danielson. They're trying to do their best to get this over here at the last minute.
And I've been fighting my whole life. I fought poverty. I fought depression. I fought head injuries. I fought shoulder injuries. I fought retirement. I fought the authority. I fought for everything.
I fought the authority. Yes, you did.
Before I came here, I had a job that would have paid me for the rest of my life, but I left and I came to AEW because
I wonder what that other job was he was talking about. What does he mean by that? Did he work for Amazon or something?
And when I talk about fighting for your dreams, do you know what my new dream is since I've been here? It's to become AEW World Champion. And God damn it, I'm going to fight for it. So Max, this Sunday at Revolution, you better be ready to fight with everything you have for 60 full minutes. And if you don't, you are going to get your
I think he said you're going to get your fucking ass kicked, but they bleeped it. We got a small overrun here. We're a minute past the hour, and my stuff's still running. Damn, well, they were able to bleep it on my end. I don't know if it got through. Did any of you get the full words there? Sounds like they were able to get it. But you definitely knew what he said. Well, that was a great way to end the show. Maybe it was I still thought it was a good Dynamite. It was a little bit off. I thought the House of Black and Elite segment was way too quick. The the ladder match was really good. Some of the stuff that Commander was doing, that tightrope crap, was great. That was nuts. There was some fun stuff. Battle Royal was okay, but I think the best part of the night was that final segment with Danielson and MJF there trying to put that main event over, and that Iron Man match should be good. I'm interested to see what kind of finish they're going to do. I'm interested to see how Danielson is going to worm his way out of that and walk out of Revolution as champion. He's got a trick up his sleeve. We know that. It could be the Blackpool Combat Club turning on Danielson. I pitched the idea of MJF's fiance thing just being a work, and then she turns up in the front row and throws salt in Danielson's eyes or something and helps MJF win. And I work the sheets, or something like that, because of people reporting it as a real, actual thing that happened to him. But maybe if anybody's capable of putting that lie into practice or play, I think maybe MJF is. So maybe that's a way they could do it. Maybe Brie Bella is there. I don't think she's going to be turning on her own husband. I don't know what MJF's going to do, but he's going to have to do something to successfully retain there, unless they decide to put the belt on Danielson. But I'm just not feeling it. I feel like you got to run with MJF. He's your guy right now. You've invested in him, so run with him for a little while, see how he does. I don't think you have him drop it right now. So I just hope whatever finish they do is clever and it's unique and it's one that we're all talking about when it's over, hopefully. And we're not like, oh, that was lame, or oh, that's what they did, or something like that. I don't want that feeling from the match. I hope it gives us the opposite feeling. And I'm giving Dana White's slap bitch way too much time there. Let me turn that off. So I just hope that, oh yeah, I know she actually did leave him Clone Force, but I'm saying, what if she didn't? What if it's a fucking lie? I'm just saying, what if? It would be pretty awesome if they were able to pull a lie like that off, and it would be the ultimate swerve, and MJF seems to be the guy that takes things to the extreme. We never really know what's going on with him. He had a bunch of controversy surrounding him at Double or Nothing, and he's been different, and he's been just a different type of guy who protects kayfabe more than anybody does currently right now. So I don't know. You never really know with him. Yes, I believe it's all probably true, but I'm just saying it would be a hell of a surprise if it turned out not to be. But we all read the same internet reports, so we all have the same information as anyone else. But it would be cool. It would be cool. Return of Shawn Spears, perhaps. We could see that. I would hate for him to be the one to be the difference maker, so to speak, in this match if he came out and helped MJF, blasted Danielson with a chair or something, and then MJF wins the Iron Man match. I don't know. I want something better. I like Spears, but I want something kind of more jaw-dropping than that. Something like, holy shit, that was a pretty sneaky trick. I want it to get MJF heat, but I also want to enjoy how they do it. I think that's asking a lot, but we'll see what happens. We'll be here to talk about it on Sunday. Our next stream is going to be Saturday. We'll be here for the Winged Eagle podcast, and we'll talk about Revolution. We'll predict the whole show, but we'll also talk about the big Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns confrontation that's set for this Friday on SmackDown. And there's a lot of wrestling news to get into as well right now that we'll be covering on Saturday. So that's the next time we'll be up.